Hello everyone, as always, I'm Vlad Sparastoria. I shoot and I know things about shooting. This weapon, we've reviewed it, but the subject of today's review is this. Red Dot, since many of you liked the review of the LPVO from VectorOptics, a company we've actually known for many years. Well, they were also very happy and sent me something to try. Their Red Dot comes in two different versions, 3 MOA and 6 MOA. So with dots of different sizes, which fits a lot of different pistols, and a lot of different mounting rails. This too, mind you, was a product I had already known for years, so I was pleased to present it and bring it to you. Today I'm trying it on this B&T APC that we've already seen on the channel. I'm not trying it on a pistol, for the simple reason that this package only comes with the rail Picatinny. They sent me a specific rail for the Beretta 92, but there was a communication issue. I meant the Beretta 92X, while they actually sent me the mount for the Beretta 92A1, which are two different mounts. So unfortunately, there wasn't time to send me another mount for the 92X. But for the purposes of the review, this beautiful, let's call it PCC carbine, legally speaking in Italy anyway, it's considered a pistol, is more than enough as a first thing. Let's see what's in the box and how to mount the dot. It comes in this package, whether it's the 3 or 6 MOA version. Sealed here, as you can see, we can go ahead and open it. It opens quite elegantly into these two parts. Instruction sheet, a cloth to clean the lens. Actual instructions with all the necessary information. And be careful to order the correct mounting plate, because in this package there isn't a mounting plate, there's only that one. Picatinny. Now we can go ahead and remove our dot, which has this protective rubber cover on it. And the default mounting base we have is the one for the Picatinny rail. As I said, you can order other mounting bases, just be careful to get the right one. Here, it's entirely my fault. To complete the kit, there are 2 Allen wrenches that allow us to mount and adjust it. Obviously, because the dot itself needs to be zeroed, the only thing missing from this kit, to be picky, is the battery. The battery, this one is mine, I bought it separately. But if you have ordered this dot and it arrives and you're particularly excited to mount it and see how it works, if you don't have the battery, you can't do it. It's a small thing, but I really like it. The batteries are included. Let's proceed with the assembly steps. Let's loosen it a bit. By the way, this isn't even an Allen key, this is a Torx. I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks from the palace here. Here we can go ahead and position it like this. Let's see if it fits here. It should be fine. Anyway, let's put it back without any problem. With the mount. Oops, what if I had put it straight now? Okay, let's hold it. Let's tighten it. It's important when you do these things. I hope you can see it. If you've never done it before, you need to tighten it well. And if it seems like that's all, it's not. Now we have to, because this is the optic, the dot with the mount. Now we have to properly remove the optic itself from the mount. Sure, we could have done this part first, but in the end, the order of the two things doesn't change anything at all, because we have to take it apart to get access to the battery compartment. Here it is. As you can see, this is the actual mount for the Picatinny rail, while underneath we have our battery here. In fact, we can insert it. Let's test if we put it in correctly. We can test it. There it is. Here it is, our little dot. Perfect. Let's mount everything back on the weapon so we can finally try it out. Okay, let's give it another turn to tighten the mount attachment. Okay, now we need to finish zeroing it so we can have some fun at the range. Alright, let's go zero it now. First of all, let's turn it on because I need to be able to see something to shoot. I'd say it's bright enough and easy to see. Let's try 5 shots then with the Allen key, or rather the included Torx. If needed, we can adjust the windage. I'll shoot 5 shots and we'll check the target. shots. Okay, let's take a look at the target. To me, the shots look like they're a bit low and to the right from here. Our group at 12 meters is pretty tight. It's hard to miss with a shouldered weapon when aiming. As you can see, they're all grouped low and to the right, so we need to go up and to the left, tool included. We have pretty clear indications on which way to turn to go up, so let's insert the tool and I need to turn it clockwise to raise it. Let's do it. Go! I gave it a quarter turn. And let's also try a quarter turn to the left. Let's fire another 5 shots to see where the group goes now. Let's go take a look. The group spread out a bit, and that's my fault, but it seems pretty centered to me. Maybe just a bit more to the left. Let's go a little to the left and give it a bit of elevation. So, a little more to the left, little by little. And a bit up. Okay, another 5 shots. I'd say it's even too far to the left. I'll give it a tiny click to the right. And let's try the target at 25 meters. Let's go. Pop, so some impressions about it. Let's go. It's also a matter of getting used to it, but you need to get used to the dot and its size. Now this dot comes in 3 MOA and 6 MOA versions. Today we're actually trying the smaller one, the 3 MOA. In my experience, especially when teaching people how to shoot, I've found that many beginners and even some more experienced people have trouble covering the target. Meaning, they want to see the target they're shooting at, whereas essentially a red dot requires you to cover it. And the drawings I made, which we'll see in just a moment, are almost completely covered by the dot. At this distance, and maybe if you lower the intensity a bit, yes, maybe by lowering the intensity a little, they're a bit less covered. All this is to say that in reality, red dots require the right mindset. Not many people like them for the simple reason that they're different. It's something different, but they have a lot of advantages. Before we discuss that, let's take a look at the target. Now, it might be my mistake, but here the targets are pretty small. I want to try again with the dot dimmer. Generally, if this were a scoring zone, we wouldn't have big problems, but I like these exercises with smaller targets. One thing I often suggest to my students at the range, they distract you, they confuse you a lot, and that's a good thing. Now let's try with the dot less illuminated. Unfortunately, it's difficult. It's hard to show it. There it is, we've got it. There it is, the dot. It's difficult to show it, but there it is. That's what dots do, and not many people understand that. The big advantage of dots or these aiming systems isn't in the dot itself. In the dot itself. The dot itself doesn't have any magical properties. You know, someone who maybe comes from video games thinks it has magical properties. Absolutely not. You need to align the weapon correctly. In fact, the red dot, since it covers well, can actually bother some people who are maybe used to what's called area aiming. So aiming below the target in more precision shooting techniques with various types of weapons. The biggest advantage of this, but actually of all red dots, concerns two aspects of seeing the target. The first thing is that I don't have anything under the weapon, meaning that when looking, let me see if I can show you again. Here it is, looking through the lens, the red dot is in the center. Translated, if it's a weapon with a front sight and a rear sight, what's under the front and rear sight disappears, so I have more visibility on the target. But do you know what the most important thing really is? Those who shoot know it, those who don't shoot. Maybe this is something new for you. Our eye can only focus on one thing, and there are three things we can look at. When we shoot with the front sight and the rear sight, the front sight is in front, the rear sight is behind, or the target. Now, to shoot correctly, you look at the front sight, the one in front. Now, as long as our target is stationary, has a known shape, and is at a known distance. Having it slightly out of focus is not a problem, but when we have to move on to more realistic applications, so to speak, like for example dynamic shooting you can do with this weapon, or real defensive practical shooting, seeing your target is imperative, and above all, seeing it in focus helps to shorten reaction times. Now, our eye is quite fast at focusing. If you've ever gone from something close to something far away, it still takes time to refocus. And the really great, fantastic thing about red dots is that the target is in focus. I can look at the target and put the dot on it. These do it even better, but holographic sights cost a fortune. Anyone who's had the chance to shoot with them knows what I mean. The red dot is an excellent compromise between quality and price. Now, anyone who knows me knows that despite my subscribers making me the top channel in Italy on this topic, I'm pretty reluctant to have products sent to me for testing. I'm not crazy about advertising, I feel like I lose a bit of my moral integrity if I feel forced to say something good about a product. The collaboration I have with VectorOptics started off very well, especially because I already know their products, so I can honestly say that I like them. They're good products. Is it the best red dot in the world? No, but for the price, it's really good. I'm not only supposed to tell you that today is Black Friday, a tradition that comes from America of doing Christmas shopping after Thanksgiving, the last Thursday of November. And on top of the discount you get with my code, this product, in fact everything on their website, is discounted even more. If you want to shop and support the channel, take advantage of it. Because a very small percentage of the sales goes to me, specifically 5%, and I really appreciate it. I care a lot about intellectual honesty, With these reviews, I don't have the ambition to make big money with YouTube or to constantly spam product reviews on the channel, so I make you a promise. You see this little carbine is one of the weapons available for rent here in Legnano, at the Legnano shooting range. I'm gonna leave this red dot on this carbine, I'll leave it. That way other shooters can come and try it out, maybe if they want to try the weapon. They find themselves at Letotto, but, the weapon gets transported, knocked around, handled by different people, by different shooters, by different instructors. I want to see how it holds up in the next few months, if it keeps it zero, if it has any problems, or if maybe it breaks easily when it's knocked around. If these things happen, of course I'll keep you updated. That's all from me and from the Frenzy X by VectorOptics. As usual, I'll see you next time.